welcome to the channel, and today I thought we'd do something really fun and funky. I thought we'd do some little Easter eggs. So I've got my cold pressed watercolour paper and I've taped that down just with some masking tape. I've got a selection of Kuretake paints there to the left, and I've got a size 5 and a size 6 round watercolour brush. I've got an old palette and I've got my water, and I'm just going to mix up some colour. So I think I'm going to start off with this blue, and the blue is a Prussian blue, and I'm just going to put it in this little section here, add a bit of water to it, and I'm just going to do a little Easter egg shape. So just bringing it round and round again, so sort of semicircle shape with each brush stroke. I just need to get some tissue because I'm going to just take off some of the excess paint, and I'm just going to fill that in. I'm going a little bit lighter in the middle, so washing the brush, taking the excess off, because I want to replicate that shape of an Easter egg. So where it looks as though it's dark around the edges, lighter in the middle, and I just want to blur that edge there. So I'm just wetting my brush, dragging that paint round. Let that dry, and I'm just going to move on to the next one. I think I'm going to use an orange colour, and it's cadmium orange. Same brush, just washed it, and again same principle, coming round. And what I should have done is mixed up some paint here so that it's ready, because I might need some more of that paint. And just dabbing that off, getting some water. You can see it's lighter in the middle, darker around the edges. And then I'm going to move on to the next colour. So I've got an olive green. Again, I'm going to mix up some of this paint, add some water in, because I might use some more of that in a moment. Again, same principle. You want it dark on the outside, you want it lighter in the middle, so just washing that brush, dragging the paint down in that centre there. Okay, moving on. I've got a lovely red carmine, and mix up some of that paint. It's very pinky kind of colour. What I've realised when I've started this, I thought, oh, it may have been better to actually grid this off, because you might struggle, I think I'm going to struggle with getting them all square. I've started, so I'm not going to stop, I'm not going to worry about it, just going to let it be. And then the last colour that I've got is this cadmium orange. Again, I'm going to mix some up in my palette. I might have already done cadmium orange. Yeah, we have. It was the yellow I was supposed to pick up, but I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next line. And this time I'm going to use the yellow. Aurelian. Aurelian. I was told how to say it by a lovely lady who always comments on my videos, and I'm still not sure whether I get it right. Aureolin, I think. And it's whether I can fit another egg at the bottom there. That's going to be the problem. That round like that, lighter in the middle, darker around the edge. This time I'm going to go for the pink. And the next colour I'm going to use, I'm going to use this lovely blue. Wash it out again, the brush. Tissue is now getting drenched with the water. And then the next colour I'm going to do is the nice olive green. Okay, and then I'm going to go, wow, I don't want to go for the orange there, so I might go for the yellow. Drag the colour around, and then I'm coming down to this section. I think I'm going to use the green this time. So I'm going to have to bring that down. There's a bit more of a border there. Put it right down to that masking tape. Okay, another colour. The orange again. I've already got a bit of water on the page there. I'm trying to push it out of my egg line. You can do any colour combination you want. It doesn't have to be the same as this. You want some more sombre colours, or you might want to just pick a couple of colours, couple of paint colours, or you might want to go wild and have each and every egg a completely different colour. Okay, so I think I'm going to go for the orange now. I'll leave the orange out on the second line, so need a bit more water it down those edges. And then the last colour I'm going to use in this section is the blue. So that's that. I'm going to let it dry and then we'll come back to it. And so I've let that dry and I'm just going to add some colour onto some of these backgrounds, and I've got a smaller brush here, size 5, and I'm just going to add some details. I'm just going to put some little splodges on some of these, some little patterns on others, colour on that one there. So I quite like the way that one looks. I've got some of that green there, bringing that round as a little stripe on that egg. Give it that kind of lighter look. So I've just wet the paintbrush, taking off some of that middle colour. I'm going to add orange to this blue, I think splodges around like this. Okay, grabbing some blue. So I'm sort of curving the lines to replicate the shape of the egg. I'm sort of concentrating on the edges first with the colour, and then as there's less and less colour coming into the centre, see if the light is touching that. I'm using paint, and I'm going to use some paint pens as well. So I'm just going to leave that there. So I've got some lovely paint pens, loads of lovely colours, and I'm going to choose some to do some of this work on here. Any pattern that pops into your mind around these shapes. Paint hasn't dried. And what's happened to this Posca pen? It's got a bit of blue on there, but it seems to be working okay. Seems to be adding a little bit more extra to it. Plant shape, colouring that in. Bringing in some more plant shapes around the egg. So this is really fun to do. This sort of experimenting and using your colours, just making pretty patterns. Quite a happy experience this. Picking any colours that come to your mind. You look in your box and go, oh, I really like that colour. I'm just encircling red that I painted. As you can see, it's a really fun project to do. And just coming up with some little patterns on these Easter eggs. It will sort of float away and you sort of forget where you are for the moment. So I've got wet pieces here, wet pieces there. So I'm doing it while it's still wet, which isn't really advisable because I might end up with my hand touching one of these and then spreading it to other parts of the picture. So it's not really sensible, but that's what I'm doing. So it's sort of losing a lot thicker than what I was expecting. Looks quite nice though, a bit bubbly. I have these dots fading towards the bottom. A line coming round, maybe another. So you can see I'm doing like these shapes that are mimicking the shape of the egg, maybe slightly exaggerating it there. Okay, so I'm just going to peel away the tape and reveal this lovely picture. Just heated up the tape with my hairdryer. Get that tape really sticky. Oh, just pulling it off there, and I'm just bringing it up to the camera now so you can see. You can see the lovely detail, and it's been really fun to do. So I hope you get to try. Okay then, thanks, bye.